Do people in Canada have cable, like other people?
We keep this up in the playoffs. I don't care.
And at Chili's. Is it a Chili's? At Kyle's?
Achilles.
Finally.
You don't know that?
Fuck you! Get this guy the fuck out of here!
Alright, well, coming in at number 5, I got Anthony Stolars.
Now! Jets are winning the cup!
Thank you for watching and listening. What's up, everyone, and welcome back to yet again another episode of the NordCast. It is Thursday, September 12th, 2024. I'm your host here, Nordic 97, from his beach vacation house in North Carolina. Joined here from his home in Winnipeg, Kiata. How we doing today, Carter?
I'm doing pretty good. Football's back. Hockey's right around the corner. Basketball's right around the corner. Baseball playoffs are right around the corner. Sports are back.
It's like prime time sports right now.
Fall. Oh, and college football is back as well.
Yeah, college football's on too. We'll get into that in a little bit. We also have Jack here joining us from his room in Illinois State.
I'm at the Bone Student Center. That's what it's called.
Oh, in the Bone Student Center. All right,
Yes.
Jack, how you doing?
Doing good.
Awesome. All right, so today you read the title. It is our Western Conference preview. We're going to preview every single team, talk about just what our expectations are for this season, do some over-unders. If you haven't listened to the Eastern Conference preview, I would recommend doing that. Me and Carter dragged it out for about 2 hours, a little bit over that. What's funny is that we actually tied it for the longest episode in NordCast history. Tied it. I don't know how the hell we tied it. But, I guess we somehow managed to do that. But first, we do have a few things we want to talk about. Some news, some NFL stuff, and a few other things that we'll get into here. But first off, a couple housekeeping stuff. If you did sign up to work for the NordCast in a way, whether it's a clip editor or a fill-in or someone who wants to come on for an episode, I got good news for you. So the clip editors have already been messaged. They've already been crafting up their clips. If you do still want to be a clip editor, you can absolutely be. You just have to apply in the form in the bio of this podcast. It's been there for the last few episodes. If you want to apply, you can still apply for both role. The clip editors have already been kind of cooking up what they want to do. I'm very impressed with it. So shout out to Shane and Aiden and Sophia for them doing a good job at what they've been doing. For the fill-ins is kind of a longer process. We are kind of evaluating the results we got. In the coming weeks, we are going to be doing some interviews. Probably me and Carter mostly. Jack will probably pop in for a few, but I know he's very busy. So I don't know if Jack really wants to interview people though. He's probably got a lot of studies in his nice.
I do have a lot of studies. That's
No,
right.
he doesn't. Let's lie. This guy has not been to a single class yet.
He's got frat tournaments and playing volleyball. So that's what
He's just got to hit his corner threes, and that's all this guy does.
Oh yes, absolutely. All right. Well, I also have a special treat for you guys. We have not one but 2 episodes dropping within the next 2 days. You have this episode here, the Western Preview, and tomorrow we are posting a bonus episode of the NordCast, the 3rd ever one. The last one was like the Cup final or something because we weren't able to record an episode. But I am going to be sitting down with you guys, just me, and talking about my top 50 players in the NHL right now, going through the list, talking about my regrets in making the list, my opinions on some of where the players are ranked. Should be a nice little fun episode, bonus episode there for you guys. And for those who haven't heard the list, well, you'll hear it there. So that should be very fun for you guys to listen to for sure. I do believe that is everything. Also, next week, we are probably going to be bringing on Mike Bartner, a friend of the podcast, to come on here and talk about us with some hot takes, some training camp related stuff, and a lot of other things that we did, I think, a few years back. When we first started this. Thought it'd be cool to bring him back on. So something fun that we do have planned coming up. All right, let's get into the news and stuff. So first off, I want to start off with week 1 of the NFL season just passed. We saw some surprises. We saw some expected games. First off, I just got to ask you guys, what are your thoughts on week 1 of the NFL season passing?
Bears won, so life is good.
Eagles won, so life's pretty good.
Yep.
Caleb Williams sucked, so for Jack.
He was not good. He was not good.
Tyreek Hill got arrested.
Yes.
Pretty funny.
And Calais Campbell.
Yeah, yeah, him as well.
A very eventful week one, I will say.
It really was. Yeah, I actually watched a couple of the games. Were there any like surprises that you guys saw amongst any of these games?
The Bengals lost to the Patriots.
Yeah, that was
one
surprising.
Wild.
Made me think for seconds, Tom Brady on the team again?
Yeah.
What? Yeah.
That's Jacoby Brissett.
What I've noticed with the Bengals is that they always kind of start off a little slow and then they pick it up. That's kind of something I've noticed. So expect for them to bounce back in week 2. But I think they're playing. Who are they playing?
Play the Chiefs. They ain't bouncing.
Yeah, I don't. Yeah, I don't know about
every
that.
year, I feel like.
Yeah, I don't know about that. Yeah, nothing's really like too surprising here. It seems like all of these scores I kind of predicted. I'm surprised the Lions and the Rams went to overtime though. I thought the Lions were gonna kind of go in there and destroy them.
It's a Matthew Stafford homecoming game.
That's true. You got
he plays really freaking good against the Lions. And Cooper Kupp is.
How about the Saints absolutely destroying the Panthers? Did the Panthers get worse, or did the Saints get better? That's
expected.
Well, yeah, I know it's expected, but like they destroyed them. Like you think the Panthers would be a little bit better with some of the picks they made, but okay, I digress. Week 2, any bold predictions you guys see? I know the Bills are playing the Dolphins right now. It's actually tied, so.
Give me the Bears upset on Sunday Night Football.
Okay, let's stop.
Who are they playing? The Texans?
Yeah.
What the? You are smoking crack.
My uncle's flying down for the game, so shout out Uncle Al. Bring us some good luck.
No.
Oh my God. All right. Well, yeah, that's kind of week 1 of NFL football. We'll be back for week 2 next week. Do want to make that kind of a daily thing that we talk about the NFL a little bit before we get into the hockey stuff. How about college football? Actually, I do need to apologize because I put in our college football predictions. Jack's rooting for Iowa State. He's not rooting for Iowa State. He's rooting for Iowa.
Just
so
Iowa.
I want to apologize to Jack. I made a take of his that already was kind of far fetched and made it like insanely far fetched.
Well, hold on. It wasn't insanely far fetched because let's think here. Jack, who won, Iowa or Iowa State?
Iowa State won, and they took our spot in the AP poll, so they're 21 now. We were 21.
Yeah. I thought you said the only game they were losing was to Ohio State, though.
That's what I thought. Iowa was up 19-7 in the fourth quarter, so that was fun. Yeah.
Oh, so what happened, Jack? Let's get your analysis here. What would you say was the downfall?
The downfall was Cade McNamara not making wide open passes.
Okay. And how would you have fixed that?
I would have fixed that by benching him.
And putting in who?
Who's the backup?
He doesn't even know the backup, guys, and this guy's an Iowa fan.
Northwestern transfer, I know that.
What a casual. Oh, man.
Brendan Sullivan, there he is.
And that's coming from the person who put the other freaking Iowa team instead of the one that he wanted. So,
I know 2 ISU players, Illinois State players, so.
I guess that's true. All right. Hockey news. There's not a lot of it. We'll get into it though. A good transition from football to hockey though. Y'all see Luke Hughes in that one YouTube video in the Michigan game?
No.
Okay. So I didn't think y'all were going to see it. So I guess Barstool posted something where they were going around like a Michigan football game, and you could see Luke Hughes in the background of the video. But get this, he had a sling on.
Ooh.
A sling on, for his arm. And, at the time, there weren't, any news of him being injured at all for the Devils. And people were like, why does he have a sling on?
Yeah,
well, it came out today that Luke Hughes is out 6 to 8 weeks with a left shoulder injury, and we probably won't see him till November.
Wow.
So that's such a weird way to find out that a player is injured, and it kind of sucks. I think we would have known anyways. Of course we would have known anyways, but it's such a weird way to find out instead of the usual way that you find out. Again, it's not a massive loss. It is a loss, though, because you look at that blue line. Luke Hughes actually played very well in his rookie season, and I think that it's gonna suck not having him there, but it's gonna give Nemec a lot of time, and he's probably going to be racking up a lot of minutes. So hopefully Luke Hughes is okay. The PWHL, we'll get into this next. Really, honestly, guys, there isn't a lot of like big news. Not a lot of big contracts. No RFAs have come off the market besides, I guess, like Nick Robertson, but he's not someone. We're not a Leaf podcast, so we don't have anything to really report on there. But the PWHL announced the 6 names and logos for the 6 teams that are currently in the league. So I'll go through them as follows: the Toronto Septres, the Ottawa Charge. Spectres, sorry. The Montreal Victoire, the Boston Fleet, the Minnesota Frost, and the New York Sirens. So when you guys saw these nicknames this past week, which one was your favorite?
Go ahead, Carter.
I'm trying to think here. I don't know. They were all kind of good. Some of them I did not see the Sirens coming.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah, that was weird. And it's a really weird. Here, I'll send them in the group chat if you guys haven't seen them on Instagram. But like, it's so strange. Like, you make your name based off of like police sirens in New York. Like, it's kind of, I feel like you could have come up with something way better than that. The logos were also a little bit interesting.
I like the victory one is really nice.
Yeah, I like the Victoire one. I actually like Minnesota's. I like Minnesota's a lot. And that could be my inner Minnesota PWHL bias, but I think
they stole it from the Winnipeg Freeze, man.
They did steal it from the Winnipeg Freeze. Everything's stolen from Winnipeg.
No, I'm. It's almost like the exact same. Oh, okay, no, it's not really. Never mind.
I think the Fleet's my favorite.
Yeah, I like the Fleet. People don't like
Boston.
the Fleet for some reason. I think it's really cool. The Ottawa Charge. Notice how like it's a C. It looks like the Cleveland Cavaliers and the Calgary Flames had a baby. And that's the logo they came up with. Just something I thought was funny.
I do like the Toronto one's really cool.
Yeah, the Toronto one's I think is pretty nice. The name
cool
is a little
design.
bit interesting, but I guess it means like subways or whatever. So I guess that I think they're all pretty cool. The New York one though is a little bit weird, but apart from that, I think they're all cool. Carter, I meant to ask you this. What do you think of the Utah Hockey Club jerseys?
They're so clean, honestly. Like, they're actually unreal. But like,
Are you saying that because it's Winnipeg Ice? They look exactly like Winnipeg's.
They do. Like, I know that, and I said that they had like the cleanest, like they literally had the cleanest jerseys in the WHL, and now they pretty much brought the same look to the NHL. Like, those are so like. If Utah had an actual logo on them and it was like a cool logo, I think I'd buy one of those jerseys. It's so clean. It's a clean look.
If they name the team the Utah Ice, or they name the team the Utah Yeti, and they have a very similar logo to the Ice, are you going to buy a jersey?
Yes, 100%.
Are you buying a Logan Cooley Utah Ice jersey?
No, I'm gonna buy a Barrett Hayton.
Oh, that's a good one. That's actually a really good one. Moving on. Adam Larson, and this is the biggest contract of the week. He signed a 4-year, $5.25 million extension with the Seattle Kraken. We'll get into him in a little bit overall with his Seattle Kraken, but I think the contract right now, it looks good, but I think down the road, let's say like 2027. Oh, big noise there. He's gonna be a buyout candidate for sure, I think, with that contract. But again, it's a good deal now, and I like it a lot. Not a lot of other news. The NHL trade deadline for 2025 is set for March 7th at 3 p.m. Eastern. So that's cool and all, but I guess that's kind of all there is for news. Ooh, I do have one thing here, and I think you guys will like this. The Carolina Hurricanes named their new arena. I think it's going from PNC Arena to Lenovo Center, starting in 2024-25, so this coming year. I have kind of like, it's cool. It's kind of weird though, because like, I have like a Lenovo like school computer, like that's the brand that like supplies my computers.
Okay. I didn't know that.
And it makes it just so weird. I'm like, every time I look at a Lenovo computer now, I'm like, that's the new arena of the Hurricane. It's just such a strange thing. But I do have one thing for you guys. If you guys were to change the name of your favorite hockey team's arena, so Canada Life and United Center in Wells Fargo, to a different name of a different company, what company would you choose?
Bring me back to the MTS Center.
I already have mine. It's Wawa Center. Because come on.
Okay.
Come on. Wawa's a
Portillo's.
staple in Philly.
Portillo's Center.
What is that? What's Portillo?
It's a restaurant. It's a Chicago restaurant.
Oh, that's a good idea.
It's fast food.
Oh, of course it is. Carter, what was yours again?
Just bring me back to the MTS Center. That was what I grew up on. Is what I know. But if I can't do that, give me the BDI place.
Ooh, BDI. What is that?
You don't know what? It's an ice cream place. It's called Bridge Drive-In, and they do like really good ice cream. So like I don't know. I feel like that'd be fun.
Is that like a Canadian thing?
I don't know. I don't know if it's like a Canadian thing or if it's like a Winnipeg thing.
I've never heard of that.
Oh, you know what? Give me the Honey Dill Center. Yeah.
Huh.
God.
No one outside of Winnipeg will understand the hype around Honey Dill.
We don't have Angus on. I think Angus would like that a lot, though. How about the Obsidian Center? Obsidian Arena. That's pretty funny. That's a nightclub.
Shut the fuck up.
Oh, okay. That's a nightclub in Winnipeg, by the way, where Carter got punched in the eye.
Oh.
yeah. All right. Moving on from that high note, let's
You're
get
such
into...
a dick.
Sorry, I had to make a joke. Let's get into our Western Conference preview for each team. So we're gonna go through by division, like me and Carter did. Do you guys have any division you want to start off with, Central or Pacific?
Doesn't matter to me.
All right, we'll go Central first, or we'll go Pacific first, since the Central I think we're going to talk a lot because that's your two favorite teams. Let's start off with the Pacific with the Anaheim Ducks. The Ducks finished at a record of 27, 50, and 5 last year for 59 points. They were 7th in the Pacific Division. The only team that was worse than them was the Sharks. We'll get into them in a little bit. Their key adds are Robbie Fabry, Jansen Harkins, and Brian Dumoulin. The guys they let go, Jacob Silverberg and Max Jones. So not a lot of movement there in Anaheim, but honestly just kind of kept the team mostly the same, which is what you can do when you look at this absolutely stacked and very young forward core that is currently in Anaheim right now. So I guess we'll start off with what we did last episode. What is your guys' floor for the Anaheim Ducks? What is the lowest you guys think they will finish in that division? We'll start with Carter. Last?
Oh, sorry.
Well,
No.
yeah, it's probably
I was gonna say last too.
yeah, 8th. What's your guys' ceiling though? You can just blurt it out.
5th.
I'm going 6th. I don't see them going 5th. I think it's going to be 6th.
That makes sense.
I'm gonna say 5th.
Ooh, okay. All right. Who is the team's leading scorer this coming year? I'm going Troy Terry.
I go Terry too.
I think I kind of know who Carter's.
I don't think you gotta.
Trevor
Do
Zegras.
I have to just? There we go.
Yeah, he
All right,
just showed
it's done.
up.
Or you're glazing.
No, the glazing's crazy. He's always glazed Zegras. Well, not
You're
glazed.
glazing an American?
Zegras.
Wow.
Just saying, big,
Mini stick?
Big Trevor guy.
big
Is
Trevor.
that a mini stick?
I,
Yeah.
Also, off topic. Did you guys see his mullet?
No.
What do we think?
Gross. I don't like it. I'm not a fan. Bring back
You
the
don't
flow.
like it? You know what's funny? It looks exactly like me when I got my mullet, doesn't it?
That's my point.
I looked at it and I'm like, that's me. That's me right there. I'm like, oh my god. Who's your MVP? And by the way, the MVP doesn't have to be the same player. I'm going Terry though.
Yeah, I go Terry too.
Trevor.
I
need him. I need him to have. If he doesn't have a bounce back, then this entire prediction is going to look horrible.
Well, who's your breakout player? This is when I'm going Trevor. This is when I'm going Zegras.
Jack.
I go Zegras too.
Oh, okay. I'm going Pavel. Wait, isn't Mitnikov hurt? Or was that last year? He was
He
crippled.
was hurt last year.
I don't think he is. I think he's healthy.
Because it was the end of last year where he was out like 6 to 8 months, right?
Yeah, he's healthy to my knowledge.
Okay, so if he's healthy, I'm going to say Mitnikov. If not, then I'm going to say Trevor Zegras.
Okay, so I like that. If you had to rate this team's offense out of 10, I'm going to go. It's so young, so I'm going to go a 7. No, I'm going to 6.5, actually.
I would go with a 5.
It's young. It's young.
It's promising.
It's top heavy, talented. It's promising, yeah, but I don't know. It's kind of like you have to wait. So, Carter, what do you think?
I'm gonna go 7.
Okay. Defense. Defense is also kind of young, but it's not that bad. But I'm gonna go like a 5, to be honest. It's all right. It's all right. Carter, as he munches on his pizza.
Mm-mm. Garlic knots.
Garlic knots. Sorry.
Mm. I'll go 6.5. 6.5.
Okay. Jack?
I would go 5.5.
Okay. By the way, Jack, you weren't with us but you can go decimals. So you know. Goaltending. Goaltending, I'm actually going like a 7 because I think Gibson's okay. Dostal, I think, is very good. So I'm going to 7.
I would go 8.
I'm gonna go right in the middle.
7.5. Okay. All right. Over unders. So the Anaheim Ducks had 27 wins last year. Do you guys see them getting 30 wins this coming year?
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, that's only 3 extra wins, so I definitely think they can do that. Let's get some over unders going here, as it takes me forever for it to load. But again, as I said, Trevor Zegras had a very down season last year. We actually have an episode on this podcast named after him. But Trevor Zegras over under 40 points this coming season. He had 15 last year in 31 games.
Oh, I didn't know he had that many. I'll go over, yeah.
Carter's slamming the over. I'm going to go over as well.
75.
Yeah. So Cutter Gauthier, big fan of him. Gauthier put up good numbers in the World Juniors, put up good numbers in Boston College. Over under 30 points for Cutter.
Under. He's getting 12.
Under.
No, I'm kidding. He'll get over 30.
He's getting 12. Yeah, I'm gonna go a little bit over. I don't know if he's gonna be that good out of the jump. John Gibson last year had a .888 save percentage. Kind of a down year for him. So Gibson over under .900.
Over.
I'm gonna go right on the dot. I think he's getting 9.900 on the dot. Actually, no.
He's going over.
Over? I don't know. Team's still gonna be bad though. You guys got to realize that. I don't know. Yeah, I'll stay it right on the dot. I think he gets it right on the dot. Let's go over to the Hockey News' yearbook and fantasy guide that I used in the last one. The Ducks were projected 7th in the Pacific. Their biggest X factor is the Ducks' young core needs time to mature, but the franchise's overall lack of urgency must change before it returns to the playoff conversation. Pervik's placid public demeanor and his inability to lead any major players in the offseason underline the perception that Anaheim isn't in a hurry to be good again. Even the most loyal Ducks fans won't be content forever with new sweaters. I didn't even talk about the new sweaters. I think they're terrific. But again, Anaheim, I think honestly, even though it does say that, this has got to be a year where they really pull off and they got to look exciting. Like, I think honestly, if a lot of these young guys perform to the level that we think they're going to, I mean, they can score. Like, we didn't even talk about, like, Frank Vetrano, who is a little bit older than some of these guys, but actually had a pretty good year last year. Mason McTavish is someone who I think is going to have a really good year this coming year, too. Leo Carlson, not to mention him, too. Again, this is a very exciting young team. If they can perform at that level, then the young guys will come. One more thing to talk about before we move on to, I think, is Calgary. There have been talks recently that Cam Fowler, one of the defensemen, is probably not going to be playing for the team. He may not even show up to training camp because they're looking at available trade options for the defenseman. So first off, that makes Carter's captain prediction not look too good. But I guess when we're living in NordCast land, we get a lot of things wrong. So it's okay, Carter. I'm not mad at you. Any more thoughts on the Anaheim Ducks before we move on?
Nothing.
Nope.
No.
All right, let's move on to the Calgary Flames. So the Flames, when you talk about rough years in the NHL, the Calgary Flames definitely had one of them. Now, they actually came relatively close to the playoff line, and by relatively close, they were like 17 points out. But I will say this, for the amount that they went through this past year, being one game below 500 is very impressive. They went 38, 39, and 5 for 81 points. They were fifth in that Pacific Division. The biggest thing with Calgary is that they probably would have been somewhat decent or better than they were if all of their guys didn't come out at the beginning of the season and say, I want to leave. Like Lindholm, Hannafin, Toffoli, they all were like, I want out. I want to get out of here. This place is going down a wrong hole, or not really down a wrong hole, but they were heading towards a teardown. And those guys were like, I want to get out of here. I'm done. And they obviously just lost Jacob Markstrom in the offseason, too. So it's been a rough go of things for Calgary. But they did, again, lose even more guys. They lost Markstrom, as I said. They lost Andrew Mangiapane, Oliver Shillington, A.J. Greer, and Jordan Osterley. The guys they brought in Anthony Mantha, Ryan Lomberg, Jacob Bean, Kevin Ball, and Devin Cooley. So the Flames, again, they're looking like probably one of the worst forward cores in this entire National Hockey League right now. But what is your guys' floor for the Flames? I'm saying last.
I would say last two.
Yeah, I'm gonna say
Ceiling?
8th.
Ceiling? I'm going probably 7. Not gonna lie to you.
I'll go 5.
I don't think they're that good. I don't like the
6th.
forward core. Defense isn't that exciting either. Who would be your guys' leading scorer for Calgary?
I'll go Huberdeau.
Ooh, I would go Kadri.
I'm going Huberdeau.
MVP? I'm gonna say Mackenzie Weegar on that back end.
Okay. I'll go Huberdeau MVP as well.
I have Mackenzie Weegar.
Okay. Who is your breakout player? Should be sweep across the board, but I'm going Dustin Wolf in net.
I'll go Sharing Jovic.
Ooh, okay.
Yeah, that's who I had.
All right. If you had to rate this team's offense out of 10, it's young, it's promising, but there's a lot of old, aging veterans in here. I'm going dead in the middle, 5.
Yeah, I'm going.
I'll go.
5. I'm gonna go 5-5.
I was gonna go 5-5 too.
The defense I think is a little bit better. I'm going a 6.
I'll go 7.
I'll go 7.
Very good. Like it's top heavy. After that, it kind of just a little bit. Goaltending is probably a 7-5 if Wolf pans out to the level that we think he's going to. I like Vladar as a backup too, so I'm going 7-5.
Yeah, I agree.
7-5.
Yeah.
All right. Over unders. The team had 81 points last year. Over under 80 points again for Calgary this coming year.
I'll go under.
Yeah, I'm going under as well. Jonathan Huberdeau, as I pull up the Calgary Flames stats, had a really rough year to say the least. He also even went through the whole month of December, ended up not scoring a single point till the last day of the month. Huberdeau had 52 points last year, over under 60 points for Huberdeau this coming year.
Over.
Over.
Well, yeah, I figured you guys would go over since he's your leading scorer. Andrei Kuzmenko came in midway through the year last year and had 46 points in 72 games last year. Do you guys think Kuzmenko was a player that we could see traded from Calgary at the trade deadline? No?
Probably not.
I doubt. Well, how old is he again?
Yeah.
He's probably 27, 28.
Okay.
And there were already rumors that they were looking to trade him last year's trade deadline.
Yeah, I think they'll ship him.
They're going to move him. They're going to move him without a doubt. Dustin Wolf came in last year, played 17 games. He didn't look too enticing at the NHL level, but that yet again the team wasn't that great. Over under a .905 for Wolf.
I'll go under.
Okay, Carter.
Taking over.
I'm going to go right in the dot again for the goalie. Moving into the yearbook, they have the Flames 6th in the Pacific. Their cup odds are 70-1. The biggest X factor facing this Calgary Flames team is that there are a lot of candidates, including bounce back / hopeful Huberdeau and young right winger Coronado. But the biggest key to stellar expectations is a stellar season from Wolf, the rookie goaltender who has a clear path to the number one job. But is he ready for it? Again, we already talked about Wolf. We already talked about Huberdeau. So again, there's some exciting young players on this team that I think are going to are going to definitely have some good years. Like I think Connor Zeri's in for a big year. Jacob Pelletier is going to look really good. Pospisil is going to get regular time. Coronado is going to get more playing time too. So you got a lot of guys on this team that are definitely going to look exciting. But it's all about, honestly, if they can all pan out at that level. And maybe this team will be exciting, but overall, it's a rough up and coming season for Calgary, most likely. Moving into their neighbor, they're up? Edmonton's north of Calgary, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Up north. I had to make sure because I'm an American. The Edmonton Oilers. The Oilers finished with a pretty solid record despite having a 2-9 in November. They were 49, 27-6 for 104 points. They were second in the Pacific Division. They went on to make the Stanley Cup Finals and lost in Game 7 to the Florida Panthers. Overall, guys, what is your floor for the Oilers? I'm saying 2. Being honest, I'm saying 2.
I'll say 3.
My floor for them is 2.
Okay. Ceiling 1. Right.
1.
Yeah. Okay, that's what I figured. Your leading scorer. Come on. It's Connor McDavid. Come on.
Yeah, McDavid.
Yeah.
Ryan Nugent Hopkins.
Oh, yeah. McDavid's going to pass to him all year. MVP, I'm going to say McDavid again.
McDavid.
Yeah, I would think.
Yeah.
Breakout player. This is a fun one because there's a lot of new guys in here. It's actually kind of difficult because a lot of these guys, I think, honestly, they've already kind of had their breakout. This is a very, it's not an old team, but it's like a very experienced team. I want to know what you guys think first.
I think we're gonna see. I'm gonna take Jeff Skinner. I think when we finally see him in a good, fast-paced offense, I think we might see a little bit more of that $8 million Jeff Skinner.
I'm gonna take Victor Arvidsson if he can stay healthy. I think Arvidsson could do some wonders. What about you, Jack?
I'll go Arvidsson too. I've always liked his game.
Yeah, Arvidsson for sure. What's up next then? Rate the team's offense out of 10. I am going 10. Sorry.
10.
I think everything in this offense is perfect. Deep,
10.
scoring, it's 10. I think this is our first 10 of all these. All right.
Yeah.
Carter agrees. Defense, it's weaker. It's significantly weaker. I think it's probably, not going to lie, it's probably like a 6.5. Maybe it's a little bit stronger in your guys' opinion, but I don't know. I don't look at that.
I'd go 7.
7? What about you, Jack?
I'll go 7.
Okay. I forgot to mention at the beginning. Actually, no. We'll do this first. Goaltending. Goaltending, I think, is also. I think it's a little bit better than the defense, but not by much. 7.5. I think people like to underrate Skinner a lot, but I think Skinner is definitely underrated.
I'm gonna go 6.5.
Okay.
I'll go 7.
All right. I forgot to mention at the beginning the guys who left and the guys who came in. The guys who left, Dylan Holloway, Philip Broberg, Warren Fogle, Ryan McLeod, Sam Carrick, Sam Gagne, Jack Campbell, Adam Ernie. Guys who came in, Jeff Skinner, Matthew Savoy, Victor Arvidsson, Josh Brown, Ty Emberson. I also forgot to mention Cody Ceci also left the team too. So, again, lots of moves following this past year. So, into the over-unders. The over-unders for the Oilers are obviously very fun. Connor McDavid, not this past year, but the year before, put up 150 points. I have 2 questions here for McDavid. He put up 132 points last year with a slow start and missing missing a couple games. Do you guys think Connor McDavid could score 150 points again this coming year?
I think so.
if he's fully healthy.
Yeah. I mean,
All right.
like, if you look at it last year, he started off so slow.
He missed a couple games too because he was hurt, and then
Yeah.
he absolutely erupted. Remember, he had 100 assists in the regular season. People forget that. It's something that doesn't happen often now. It's ironic we say that because Kucherov literally did it too this past year. But my second question to McDavid is, usually the funny thing is with McDavid is he's a player who can either score a lot or he can pass a lot. There's really he can do either. Do you guys see McDavid this coming year passing more or scoring more? Kind of a interesting question there.
I feel like he's usually pass more, so I'll go pass.
He had 100 assists this past year, and I think he's going to
Yeah.
be pretty pissed off after that Cup final, and I think he's gonna go insane.
Yeah. I think
Carter?
he's gonna shoot. I think he's gonna shoot more.
He's going to shoot more. I think he's probably going to pass a lot more. I think he sees the benefit of him doing that. Hey, if it weren't for him, Zach Hyman would not have scored 54 goals.
True.
Just saying. That's about all I got for the over-unders. Let's get into the hockey news. They have the Oilers first in the Pacific. Their cup odds are 11-1. In this article, the X factor is there's no doubt the organization and its fans are hungry for a championship. And while we've seen NHL teams learn to win, the pressure will ratchet up higher than ever this year. Looming over to all the nagging distraction of McDavid and Bouchard inching ever closer to free agency. It says Draisaitl in here, but I replaced it with Bouchard because, Draisaitl already signed. But again, I think that is something you got to think about. And I said this on the Nord and Block pod yesterday. This is the Edmonton Oilers' best chance. And by best chance, I mean it is their best chance right now. They will have other opportunities to win a Stanley Cup, but at this current time period, you have Draisaitl locked up to a cheap deal. You have McDavid locked up to a cheap deal. You got to win. You got to win this year. This is a must-win year for the Edmonton Oilers. I can't say that enough. I know the producers are going to make this a clip and post it, but this has to be a year for the Oilers to win. Has to be. Because you have Draisaitl on an $8 million contract right now. He's going to be on 14 next year. You have McDavid on 12.5. He's going to at least be on 16 mil probably when he signs his next deal. So this has to be your year to win with this team. You have to win. No exceptions. So any more thoughts on the Oilers before we move on?
I mean, it's cup or bust. You hit it.
It is. It really is cup or bust. Let's move into the Los Angeles Kings. The Kings were a team that actually suffered at the hands of the Oilers, but they finished third in that Pacific with a 44, 27, and 11 for 99 points. They made some changes this past offseason, letting go of Pierre-Luc Dubois, Matt Roy, Victor Arvidsson, Blake Lizotte, and Carl Grundstrom. They brought in Warren Fogle, Tanner Jeannot, Jack Studnicka, Joel Edmondson, and Darcy Kemper. What is your guys' floor for the LA Kings? I'm going to say 5.
I'll say 5.
Ceiling, I think 3.
I'm gonna say 5.
Okay. What about your ceilings?
I'll go ceiling 2.
2. Carter, I had 3.
I have 3 as well.
Okay. All right. Leading score. I'm gonna say Kempe. You're really good your last
Give me
year.
Trevor Moore.
Trevor Moore. I like that. Carter?
That's a good pick. This is for breakout, right? Sorry.
No, this is for leading score.
Oh, leading scorer. Oh, I'm gonna take Kempe.
Okay. MVP. Hot take.
Doughty.
Kopitar.
I'm going to say Doughty.
I'm
Carter?
gonna take Quentin Byfield.
Ooh, I like that a lot. Breakout player.
Brant Clark.
There's a few names you could pick. I'm gonna go Alex
Is
Ferrier.
Turcotte playing in the league this year?
If he cracks the roster.
Might crack the roster and make the team.
I'll say Turcotte then.
Okay. If you had to rate this team's offense out of 10, it's not bad. I'm gonna go like an 8.
I'll go 8 too.
I'm gonna go 7.5.
Okay. All right. I like that. Defense. Defense.
I'm a fan of this defense.
I like
defense is
4.
weaker. 4. I don't know if it's that bad.
I'm gonna go
I'd probably feel
5.
like whose phone is blowing up? Oh my god.
Mine. Sorry, I'm on a MacBook, so I get my text messages on here too.
Oh, of course. Jesus, is Tessa
That is
text
so
messaging.
fucking
Oh,
popular.
it's my dad.
Oh, Jack's dad's mad at him because he picked Iowa State to win.
Nah, he's mad. I'm watching
Goaltending.
the.
Goaltending, I think is a big like what if. I'm gonna say a 7. I like Kemper. I like Kemper more than other people.
Yeah.
7.
Yeah. So.
Yeah, I'll go 6-5.
All right. So let's get into the over unders. Adrian Kempe had 28 goals last year, kind of a down year for him. Over under 35.5 goals this coming year for Kempe.
Under.
Okay. I'm going to go over. Trevor Moore had 31 goals and 57 points last year. Over under a 70-point plateau for good old Trevor Moore.
Over.
Obviously, Carter.
Yeah, over.
Okay. Quinton Byfield had a breakout year last year, having 55 points in 80 games played. Over under also 70 points for Quinton Byfield. I'm going over.
I'm taking over.
Okay. Let's move into the Hockey News' yearbook. They have the Kings 4th in the Pacific. Their cup odds are 36-1. Their X factor is the next wave's continued emergence is vital for the Kings to return to relevance. I can't read. If the young guns like Clark, Byfield, Thomas, and Turcotte can ascend to the height of their powers, while veterans Doughty and Kopitar remain elite, the Kings could exceed expectations and win a playoff series for the first time since capturing the cup in 2014. That's kind of crazy to think they haven't won a playoff series since winning the cup.
Yeah. Seriously.
Kind of
The
wild.
amount of times I've been in it too.
Yeah, exactly. I know. Carter's in shock from that. I'm guessing.
Yo, James Cook is fucking him.
Yeah.
What did he do, bro?
Oh my god, he just got his 3rd.
He did.
Or TD?
It
I'm
just
behind.
happened right now.
I'm way behind though.
Oh, he's unreal.
I'm trying to figure out if it's a pass or not. Because if it's a run, then fuck. But if it's a pass, oh my god.
It said he made it says a run on reel right now.
Fuck. I need those Josh Allen points, man.
49-yard TD run.
That's so huge for fantasy, though.
God.
Oh my god, he's got 26 right now, and it's not even halftime. Let's go.
Let's
Oh,
go.
he's kicking it. All right.
Ugh.
I don't know if I have him in fantasy, but
Oh, this is in a different league. I don't have him in our league. Anyways, back to the topic we were talking about. Sorry, I just get really excited for football.
again, LA not winning a playoff series since 2014 is kind of wild. Can the Kings do it this year, though? If they don't play Edmonton, that's the biggest thing. But again, LA, I think, has got a lot of young guys who could come up into the lineup. A lot of their old players. We'll see how Kopitar does this year. He's heading into the last couple of seasons in his career, so hopefully things will turn from the better with him. Moving on to the San Jose Sharks. So we're already halfway through this division. The Sharks last year, it was a terrible year. I don't really think I need to say anything else. They obviously finished with a 19-54-9 record for 47 points. They were 8th in the Pacific Division. They were dead last in the NHL. They were 1st overall this past year. They got Macklin Celebrini. They also took Sam Dickinson. The departures that they made, they were Mike Hoffman, Kyle Burrows, Alex Barabanov, Philip Zadina, Kalen Addison, Ryan Carpenter, Kevin LeBanc, Jacob McDonald, Jack Stanika, and Magnus Krona. The ads that they brought in, hopefully I remember all of them here. You have Alex Wenberg, Tyler Toffoli, Carl Grunstrom, Barclay Goudreau, Ty Dellandrea, Jake Wallman, and Yaroslav Askarov. So this team made a lot of moves to hopefully get better. But honestly, I don't see them getting much better standings-wise. What's y'all's floor? It's 8. Come on.
Yeah,
8.
last.
Their ceiling, I could see them getting 7. That's about it, though.
I can see 7 too.
If
I could see a world where they jump up to 6.
Really? That would have the only way I could see that is if Calgary's terrible and Anaheim disappoints again. That's the only way I could see that happening. But again, even 7th for me is kind of a stretch because I think, to be honest, for that to happen, a team would have to be absolutely horrible. But I think the Sharks really do improve this coming year. Your leading scorer for this team?
Oh, man.
Celebrini.
I'll go
Probably.
Couture.
If he's healthy, I would say.
Yeah.
I'm going to say William Eklund, actually.
Okay.
MVP, I kind of want to say like Blackwood or like Askarov, because like they're gonna be freaking terrible, and the goalies always.
I
It's
know.
gonna be Macklin.
Yeah, it's probably gonna end up being Macklin, but breakout is interesting because there's some young guys in here. I'm gonna say, I forget Will Smith's there too. I'm gonna say, give me Jake Wallman. I think
I'm gonna go
Wallman's-
Thomas Borderlow.
I like the Bordelot pick. That's a good one. Hopefully he can stay in the lineup though, because he's been kind of like in and out. What about you, Carter?
Only 22.
I can't remember his name, and I feel so bad that I can't remember it. Give me that Graff guy, Thomas Graff.
Colin Graff.
Colin Graff, that's his name.
He's not even in
Yeah.
their depth chart.
That's
He could
fine.
probably he could definitely make
He's gonna
it.
make it, and I think he'll play really well. He was the best player in college hockey for the last 2 seasons.
He was. Rate the offense out of 10. It's young. It's very young. There's a lot of youth in this lineup. I'm going a 4, though.
I'm gonna go 3.5.
Carter?
I'm gonna go 5.
Defense. Defense is actually, and also I forgot to mention they have Cody Ceci too. Now on that blue line. Defense is actually not that bad. I'm gonna go like a 5. It's not terrible. They actually have players that want to play on it now, so I'm gonna go 5. What do y'all
I'm
think,
gonna go 4-5.
Jack?
Yeah, I'll go 4.5 too.
Goaltending. Don't forget that Askarov's in there with Blackwood and Vanacek. Not that terrible. I'm gonna go like a 6-5.
I'll give him a 5.5.
Their goaltending's the strongest, I think, of all of their things.
Yeah, most likely.
I'm gonna go 5.
All right. Yeah. So the Sharks last year had 19 wins. Do you guys see them getting over 25 wins? Carter's.
No.
You don't think they're going to get 6 extra wins this year?
Yeah, I do.
Okay. Interesting. Let me pull up their stats. So Macklin Celebrini obviously was the first overall pick. Do you guys see Celebrini winning the Calder? And we haven't done our awards predictions yet.
Ooh, maybe.
I can see him winning the Calder. I don't think he will, though, because there's someone in Philadelphia that I love to meet ride, according to certain people on Twitter. Last year, Fabian Zetterlund had a really good year, had 24 goals, 44 points. Over under 55 points this coming year for Zetterlund.
I'll go under.
I'm gonna take the over.
I'm going to go slam on the dot. 55 points for Fabian Zetterlund. I think playing alongside Macklin is going to make him very exciting in San Jose. All right, that's kind of all I got. Into the yearbook, again, San Jose, you can tell we're a lot energetic with this team because they're fun. They're going to be fun to watch this year. A lot of young guys. They are still 8th in the Pacific. Their cup odds are 100-1. Their X factor is the Sharks have some added firepower, but to cut back on goals against, particularly at even strength, to have a healthy chance of improving a healthy Logan Couture and stable goaltending will help the Sharks defy odd makers. Who have Team Teal finishing in the cellar again. So again, if Couture can stay healthy, I think this team gets better. But again, Couture did not play a lot at all last year. Only played 6 games, so it was a rough year for the Sharks captain. And obviously, too, with this team being bad, missing out your captain has to affect you, right? Like, it has to. So, hopefully, in a way, Couture can definitely fix himself from that. But moving on from the San Jose Sharks, we'll move into the Seattle Kraken. Up north, the Kraken had a disappointing year from the year where they went to the second round. They went 34, 35, and 13 for 81 points. They were 6th in that Pacific. They competed for a little bit, but they were very inconsistent. They would win 8 games. They would lose 8 games. They went on that pretty good point streak, though, which made them really fun to watch. But overall, some of the moves they made, they let go of Justin Schultz, Brian Dumoulin, Kailer Yamamoto, Tomas Tatar, and Chris Drieger. The guys they brought in, Chandler Stevenson, Michelle Steffens, Ben Myers, Brandon Montour, and Josh Mahura. So What is your guys' floor for the Kraken? I'm going 7.
I'm gonna go 7 too.
Yeah.
Ceiling. I'm gonna go 3.
4.
I think 3. I think this team could get in there.
I have 4.
All right, leading scorer. I'm gonna go Matty Beniers.
I'll go Beniers too.
I'm gonna have Beniers a lot. What do you think, Carter?
Same.
MVP. Also
Grubauer.
going Beniers.
Give me Grubauer.
Grubauer. He's the backup.
Oh, is he?
You
I
mean
thought
Dackard?
Didn't he start most of the games?
Do you mean Dackard?
I'll go Dackard. I was gonna go goalie for them just because like no real star. I mean Beniers, I think he'll be a star, but I don't think he is right now. So,
Yeah, that's true. I guess. Carter.
I got Beniers.
Okay. MVP. We already said MVP. Breakout. I'm going Beniers again.
yeah, I'll go Beniers again.
He's gonna have a huge year. I think. Like having a down year, signing a 7x7. That man's motivated. Carter.
I got Shane Wright.
Ooh, I like that. Rookie coming in, going to be exciting. I also forgot to mention, too, Dan Balsma, the brand new coach of this team. I think the rest of the teams that I mentioned, they didn't make any coaching changes. I know LA made a change, but they kept Hiller. Yeah, I think the rest of the guys kept their coaches, unless if the Sharks fired Quinn. No, the Sharks brought in Ryan Warsofsky, so sorry, I'm not professional at all. So rate the team's offense out of 10. It's not bad. I'm going to go like a 7.
I'll go 5.
Ooh,
I'm gonna
okay.
go 6-5.
Defense I think is very strong. I'm going a 7 as well.
Yeah, I think I'll go 7.
Yeah.
And goaltending, I like Dackard. Grubauer, not so much. I'm going to go a 6.
I'll go 6.
I'm gonna go 6-5.
Okay. Over under, Seattle had 34 wins last year. Do you guys see this team cracking 40?
Probably not.
I don't
think
know.
it's 40. I don't think it's exactly 40.
Yeah, if they're gonna get 40, they're probably gonna get exactly 40. Matty Beniers. Sorry, Carter. What do you think?
I was gonna take over.
Okay. All right. Sorry. Matty Beniers. Matty Beniers had a down year last year, only scoring 37 points. Over under, hear me out, 55 points for Beniers this coming year.
Over.
I'm slamming over.
I'll go over.
Thought we'd do that. Jared McCann led the team last year in points with 62. Over under a 70-point year for McCann.
I'll go under.
I'm gonna go a little bit under. Just a little bit though. Carter?
Yeah, I'll take the under.
Okay. Dackard had a .916 last year. Played incredible down the stretch for Seattle. Do you guys see Dackard getting a .916 again?
No.
Probably not.
I think he's going to be a little bit worse, but I think he's still going to be solid.
Yeah.
That's what I'll say on Seattle. Looking at the yearbook, they are projected 5th in the Pacific. Their cup odds are 45-1. Their X factor is rebounds by Beniers, and Burakovsky would replace much of the missing offense. Still, it could be the moot of Dackard suffers a regression after his breakout season, but if he proves he's more than a 3-month mirage, Seattle might remind folks why it was win away from the Western Conference Final 2 years ago. So I can't read. Again, we already talked about the Dackard and how he had a pretty good second half of the year last year. If he can do that again, then this team will be solid. But again, under Balsma, I think there are going to be a lot of guys that make this roster. Jagger Furcus can make it. I think Shane Wright's going to get in there. There could be some fun guys come into Seattle and be really competitive and score a lot. But again, if this team finishes towards the bottom of the league again and they get another really high draft pick, not sure that's a bad move either. But obviously this team wants to win and they want to get into the playoffs yet again. Moving into the Vancouver Canucks. The Canucks last year had an incredible breakout season for the team. They went 50-23-9 for 109 points. They were first in the Pacific Division. They went in, beat Nashville. They lost in Game 7 to the Oilers, 3-2. It was a close one, but they ended up coming on the short end. Vancouver made some moves. They let go of Elias Lindholm, who they brought in the trade deadline. Nikita Zadorov, Ilya Mikheyev, Casey DeSmith, and Sam Lafferty. The guys they brought in, Jake DeBrusk, Daniel Sprong, Danton Heinen, Derek Forbert, and Vincent Desharnais. What is your guys' floor for the Canucks? I am going
4.
3.
2.
2? Jack?
4.
4? Okay. And your ceiling is 1. Mine's 1.
1. Yep, 1.
Yeah.
Yeah, mine's got to be 1. Your leading scorer for Vancouver, I'm going to go JT Miller.
Yeah, I'll go Miller.
Going Pedersen.
MVP, I'm going Quinn Hughes on that back end.
Yeah, I'll go Hughes.
I'm gonna go Pedersen as well.
Pedersen, okay. Breakout player.
Oh,
Brock Besser.
Steve.
Besser, I thought broke out last year though.
Give me Jake DeBrusk.
I like that. I'm gonna go Hoaglander.
I don't know if I'm not allowed to go. Besser.
Well, you can. I'm not saying you don't have to.
No, I can't. Give me a guy who started breaking out in the playoffs last year. Give me Dakota Joshua.
I like that pick a lot more than Besser. Besser had like 40 goals last year. I thought last year.
Maybe I thought he was going to get 50 this year.
Okay, sorry, Carter. I didn't know you thought he was that.
No, you fucked it.
All right, sorry. Your rate this team's offense out of 10. I'm going 9.
I'll go 9.5.
9.5.
Stacked.
Defense. I'm going 8.5.
I'll go 8.
It all lies on Hronek having a good year.
I'm gonna go 7.5.
Goaltending. I think it's your most valuable strong suit. I gotta go
9.
9 again. Yeah. It's
Are we
very
doing
good.
this? Are we doing this with Thatcher Demko or without Thatcher Demko?
With Demko. We'll talk about that in a little bit, though.
Okay. Well, then I'm gonna go 8.
Okay. All right. Let me load up my over-unders here. But first off, I want to talk about Thatcher Demko because Carter just mentioned, should we include Demko? Well, it's a good question because there have been reports that Demko may miss training camp and probably is going to miss the start of the season. So that does make things a little bit interesting there for the Vancouver Canucks. Arthur Shelovs is apparently dealing with something too. So could get ugly in Vancouver. I do have a question for y'all, and I think I asked this not last episode, but the episode before when I think we brought on Marcus. I asked you guys, do you guys think that Demko being out is going to affect the Canucks? Well, do you guys think that Demko and Shelovs being out is going to affect the Canucks?
Probably, yes. He was very good in the playoffs.
He was.
Yeah.
He was.
You need at least one competent goaltender, and having none kind of sucks.
Yeah.
Yeah. There have been talks that they're looking to try and get another one, like Kevin Lankinen's been in the business, but
Oof.
don't know if that's happening. Yeah, Blackhawks legend Kevin Lankinen. I mean, he was good in Nashville, so he wasn't like how he was in Chicago. The team was terrible in Chicago.
Yeah.
Better than Soderblom, just saying.
Yeah,
but,
jeez.
again, it's something that you got to keep in the back burner. I don't think it affects Vancouver that much. I think they have a really good blue line. Their offense is solid. It's just a matter of if Shelovs was healthy, then I wouldn't be worried. But if both of them are out come the start, I'm going to be a little bit concerned. But we'll see what happens. Over-unders. Elias Pettersson at 89 points last year, kind of tailed off at the end of the year. Over-under 100 points for Pettersson this coming year.
I'll go just under.
Over.
Yeah, Carter's over because of obviously he has him literally as his MVP. Connor Garland last year had 20 goals. Over-under Garland 25 goals.
Over.
Okay, Carter?
I'm gonna take the under.
Under. All right, and one more. Brock Besser had 40 goals. Over-under 40 goals again.
Ooh, I'll go under.
I'm gonna go over.
I'm going to go right on the dot. I think he gets 40 yet again. Moving into the yearbook, we're almost on the Pacific. The Canucks are ranked third, surprisingly. Their cup odds are 22-1. The biggest X factor facing this Canucks team is Vancouver had the ninth best road record last season with 6-game stretches away from home in November and March. The team's ability to continue that success could decide their fate in the Pacific Division pecking order. I don't even really bring that stuff up. But again, if they are good on the road, then they can probably do some damage in the standings. So hopefully Vancouver doesn't look like New Jersey and have a really bad year. But with Demko and Shelovs dealing with stuff, it kind of makes things a little bit concerning for Vancouver in that remark. All right, moving into the last team in the Pacific before we get into the fun of the Central. We have the Vegas Golden Knights. Vegas obviously actually had a down year after winning the Stanley Cup. They went 45-29-8 for 98 points. They were fourth. They made it in on a wild card. They lost in Game 7 to the Dallas Stars. The guys they lost, Jonathan Marchessault, Chandler Stevenson, Alec Martinez, Anthony Mantha, Michael Amadio, William Carrier, and Paul Cutter. The guys they brought in Victor Olofsson, Alexander Holtz, Zach Aston Reese, Robert Haig, Flyers legend, Ilya Samsonov, and Akira Schmid were the guys they brought in. So your ceiling for Vegas, or your floor, sorry, I'm going to say 5.
I'll say 5 too.
Carter?
Yeah, I'm gonna say 5.
All right. Your ceiling, I'm going to say 3.
3 for me too.
Yeah, I'm going 3.
Yeah, 3. Honestly, I look at this Vegas core. It's not that enticing. It's kind of not that deep whatsoever when you look at their depth. Leading scorer, if he's healthy, Eichel.
Yep, I'll go Eichel too.
Carter?
Yeah, I'll go Eichel.
MVP, I'm going to go Mark Stone.
I'll go
But
Eichel for MVP.
Eichel, you said?
Yeah.
Okay. Carter?
I'm gonna go Aiden Hill.
Ooh, I like that pick. Breakout player, Pavel Dorofeyev is mine.
Oh, okay. I don't know, because both goalies kind of already broke out, so otherwise they'd be my pick.
Oh, they don't even have Logan Thompson as the departure on here, too. Thompson also left.
Yeah.
That's also something I forgot to mention.
I got no breakouts. Actually, Alexander Holtz. That's my breakout.
Oh, there's Victor Olofsson, too. There's a lot of good picks here, actually. Rate the offense out of 10.
8.
I'm gonna go 8.
8? All right. I'm going to go 8, too. Defense, I'm going to go 8.5.
I'm going 9.
You have a really stacked decor.
I'll go 8 for that too.
Yeah, 9? Okay. Goaltending, I'm going to roll with 7.5.
I'm going 7.
I'll go 7.
Okay. Yeah, honestly, Vegas, not as strong as they've been in previous years, but you expect that after a team, obviously, of their stature. Winning a Stanley Cup, you lose a lot of guys. I think Marchessault's going to be a massive loss. Over under, Jack Eichel had 68 points last year. Over under 80 points for Eichel.
Ooh, I'll go over.
I'm going under because he hasn't proved that he can play at that level since coming to the Knights. Carter?
Over.
William Karlsson had 30 goals last year. Over under 30 goals again for Karlsson.
Over.
Aiden Hill had a .909. Over under .905 for him.
Under.
All right. I'm going to go under as well. According to the Hockey News' yearbook, they have the Golden Knights finishing at second in the Pacific. Their biggest X factor is a first-round exit for the reigning Stanley Cup champions was an unexpected and harsh blow. That followed by an unpopular teardown of the roster and seemingly never-ending health issues of Captain Stone leaves a big question. Will the coming season see a stunning turn to glory or the start of the downward trend? So again, this is an interesting year for Vegas. Team got a lot weaker. You're relying a lot of your young guys and guys you brought in to have breakout seasons and play really well in this roster. It's going to be a weird year for this team. We're going to see really what this team's built with in Vegas for sure. All right. Well, that does it for the Pacific Division. We did that in about an hour, so I'm assuming the Central will be about the same. If you guys had to give a dark horse for this division, what do y'all think?
Oof.
I'm going Seattle.
Yeah, probably Seattle.
Carter?
Yeah.
Seattle as well. Who is the team that you guys think will disappoint?
I think Seattle could disappoint as well, but
Seattle's a big one. I'm going Vegas though.
yeah,
Yeah, I definitely think that's. What do you think, Carter? Vegas?
Yeah.
All right. I'm also just saying I'm removing surprising because that's literally just dark horse. So, me and Carter had like the same pick for that. All right, Central Division time. Let's move into the Central, starting off with the bias in the Chicago Blackhawks. So the Blackhawks, obviously, they had another really low finish at a 23-53-6 record for 52 points. They were eighth in the Central Division. Bedard's rookie year went well. The guys they lost: Tyler Johnson, Colin Blackwell, Taylor Radish, Mackenzie Unwhistle, Reese Johnson, Jared Tenorti, and Jacob Magna. The guys they brought in: Teuvo Teravainen, Tyler Bertuzzi, Ilya Mikheyev, Craig Smith, and Pat Maroon, TJ Brody, Alec Martinez, and Laurent Brossois. So a lot of ads in Chicago. What would you guys say is Chicago's floor while I get my charger?
8th.
8 for sure.
Yeah, probably
What did you
8th.
say, Carter?
I said 8.
Yeah,
Yeah, probably 8th. Ceiling?
5th.
5th. Oh my God, Carter.
7th.
I got 6th. I think they can get 6th, maybe. But I'm going 8. I'm going 6th. Leading scorer, Connor Bedard.
Bedard.
Yeah,
I
obviously.
don't even have to say it.
Yeah, Connor Bedard. MVP, Betsy.
Bedard.
Bedard.
Betsy. Yeah. Breakout.
Ooh. Let's see here. I'll go
Kelsey?
Taylor Hall.
Yeah, Taylor Hall for sure. Carter?
I'm gonna go Teuvo Teravainen.
I'm going to go Bedard since none of you went Bedard. Rate this team's offense out of 10. He's a breakout candidate. Come on.
Give me 11.
11?
I'm
I know
kidding.
you're kidding.
I'll go 5.
The 6. It's the 6.
4.5.
Defense. Defense is a solid 3.
If we're talking defensive, like defensive defenseman, this is an 8. But overall, this is a 5.
You got Seth Jones in here. You can't sit here and say to me that this is an 8. Carter?
What the fuck is this decor?
Holy trash.
3.
3?
You
Goaltending.
guys don't like Alec Martinez?
No, I'm not a big Alec Martinez guy.
No,
Goaltending.
honestly, if he's your starter, maybe.
Yeah, maybe.
You guys are just too
Goaltending, though?
deep.
Goaltending, though, 5.5.
Yeah, I think 6. Yeah.
It's not that bad. It's got Carter's favorite backup goalie in the league, Brossois, in there.
He's good.
Okay. Over-unders. The Blackhawks had 23 wins last year. Over-under 27 wins.
Over.
Of course you think they're going to go over. Carter?
Under.
I'm gonna go a little bit over. Connor Bedard, he had 61 points last year. He had a pretty good year. Over under a 70-point plateau for Bedard.
Over.
I am going also over. Carter?
I'm gonna take over.
Okay. Next up then, who's another good guy? Reichel had a down year last year. He had 16 points. Over under 30 points this coming year for Reichel.
I'll go just over. He's been interesting.
Yeah.
Carter?
Yeah.
Just over? All right. Moving into the hockey news is your book. The Blackhawks are projected to finish 8th in the Central. The cup odds are 80-1. Before I say the X factor, Jack, what do you think is the biggest X factor for this Blackhawks team?
Oh man, I'd say a guy like Brossois. I think the goaltending duo as a whole.
Yeah.
Or I think you look at a guy like Connor Murphy.
Yeah, on that back end, he could be someone as well. We'll see how he does. He had a down year. He had a bad year last year, though.
Yeah.
According to the hockey news, two key questions to consider. Will Connor Bedard improve with better line mates and depth around him? And how will Lucas Reichel, as we said, a 2020 first rounder, respond after he struggled in the NHL last year and was sent to the minors? Yeah, we'll see how he does. I think both those guys are in for good years. But again, Chicago surrounded themselves with a lot of strength and a lot of good players and a lot of depth. Let's see if they get a lot better. Jack, thoughts on the Blackhawks overall?
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely an improved team, for sure. I mean, obviously, you get rid of a guy like Tyler Johnson, he'll be better off somewhere else for sure. But I mean, you bring in the guy like Teravainen, like Bertuzzi, and the guys on the back end too, Brossois. I think Brossois was probably my favorite signing that we had.
Yeah.
Just because that could be the number one guy in the future. Then I like the Bertuzzi signing a lot too. I think he could be a first, second line guy. Maybe play alongside Bedard or Reichel or even Nazer. But yeah, watch out for Frank Nazer.
Yeah,
I think he could definitely be something this year.
Yeah, Nazer will be fun to watch for sure. Moving on from Jack's Blackhawks, not a lot of bias. I'm a little bit surprised. Into the Colorado Avalanche. The Avalanche last year actually finished third in the Central with a 50-25-7 record for 107 points. Despite that, they beat Winnipeg in 5, and they moved on to lose to Dallas in 6. Colorado obviously made a few moves, not a lot of big moves, but a couple moves. They let go of Sean Walker, Zach Parise, Andrew Cogliano, Jack Johnson, Caleb Jones, Brandon Duhaime, and Jakob Trenin. The guys they brought in, Parker Kelly, Oliver Shillington, Eric Brandstrom, and Calvin DeHaan. Not a lot of big names there. What's your guys' floor for the Avalanche? I'm going 3.
I'll go 3.
Carter?
Yeah.
3. Ceiling? 1. It's got to be 1.
1, yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, 1 for sure. Your leading scorer, Nathan McKinnon.
Yep, I'll go Macker.
Macker.
Not even a question. It's Mac.
Yeah, it's not even a question. MVP, McCarr. Or not McCarr, McKinnon.
I'll go McCarr.
I'm going McCarr.
McCarr could be an MVP. I'm still going McKinnon, though, because he literally just won a Hart. Breakout player. This one's interesting. There's a few names you could pick. Give me... I don't know. He's been there. He was already there for a year. What do y'all think?
Man, I don't know. It's tough. It's a tough choice. I'm going to say no.
No one?
No one. They just have a lot of proven guys, so.
Yeah, a lot of them are like mostly proven, honestly.
I'll take Casey Middlestat.
That's who I was thinking. I'm going to go with nobody, though, because I feel like Middlestat it could be one, but I don't know. I feel like he kind of already proved himself in Buffalo in that last year, but I don't know. Rate the team's offense out of 10. Offense is probably like a 9 or a 9.5.
Yeah,
I don't know if
8,
it's
9.
I don't know if they have the depth to really justify it.
Yeah.
Carter?
Yeah.
Defense.
I'll go 8.
No, I'm going 9 here. 9.5. You got McCarr and Taze carrying that. You have a really good top 4, honestly.
Yeah.
Carter?
Yeah, I got 9.
And goaltending with Georgiev, then it makes it iffy. I'm gonna go 6.
Yeah, I'll go 5.5.
I'm gonna go 6.
6. All right. Well, there's two big questions here surrounding the Avalanche. You obviously have Gabriel Landeskog, who's injured, might come play this year, but might not. You also have Valerie Nichushkin, who is probably going to be out till November at least. So we'll see what happens there. But if you can get both of them back, this team's in a good spot. But if you can get none of them back, it's going to be a rough year for sure. Well, not a rough year, but it might be a much harder season to contend than previous years before. So over-unders, the team finished with 107 points last year, 50 wins. Over-under, 52.5 wins.
I'll go over.
Carter?
Yeah, I'll take over.
Over, okay. Nathan McKinnon won the Hart Trophy last year. He was second in points as it attempts to load here for me. He had exactly 140. Over-under, McKinnon, 145 points.
Ooh, I'll go under.
We'll go a little under. Little under. Mikko Rantanen at 104 points. Over under 110 for Rantanen.
Under.
I'm going right on the dot. He gets 110.
Over.
Nichushkin out for a full year. Come on, he plays. He plays unreal. Cale Makar, does he win the Norris this year?
I think so.
Yeah.
Unless if another defenseman has like a breakout year, then I think it's probably going to go to Makar. According to the Hockey News' yearbook, they have them second in the Central. Their cup odds are 15-1. The biggest X factor is Nichushkin is suspended until at least mid-November. Well, Landeskog's timeline is to be determined. If both return reasonably close to their previous form, the Avs will be a Stanley Cup favorite by April. If one comes back, they'll be a very good team. But if neither return, the Avs will need to scramble to replace them, or it'll be another gap year before another reload in 25-26. So again, as I said, with Rantanen and Nichushkin, that's the biggest thing you got to look at with Colorado. Sorry about that. Moving on from Colorado to the Dallas Stars. The Stars obviously won that division this past year. They finished with a 52-21-9 record for 113 points. They were first in that Central Division. I think they won the West as well. Yeah, they did. They let go of some guys. They lost in the Western Conference Finals to the Oilers. Oh, I need water. They let go of Chris Tanev, Joe Pavelski. Oh, my God, I'm dying.
Damn, bro.
Hang on. Oh, my God. You carry you do a podcast for 2 hours, you have to do all the talking, and it kind of sucks. And they let go of Jesus. They let go of Chris Tanev, Joe Pavelski, Ryan Suter, Radek Faksa, Craig Smith, Yanni Hakanpaa, Scott Wedgwood. The guys they brought in, Matt Dumba, Ilya Lyubushkin, Brendan Smith, Colin Blackwell, Kyle Capobianco, and Casey DeSmith. Sorry about that. Now I look like I'm crying because I just choked. What is your guys' floor for the Stars? I'm going to say 3, and just say your ceilings too because I need water. It's so
3. I'm going to say 3-1.
Really? I think my ceiling's 1, and my floor is 2.
Who's your MVP?
I don't see them falling out of the top 2. MVP, I got Miro Heiskanen as their MVP.
Okay. I'll go Robertson.
All right, I got water in my system. Robertson's my MVP. Robertson Hintz is my leading scorer. I don't know if you guys said leading scorer.
Leading scorer, I'll go Robertson too.
Yeah, I'm going Robertson.
Breakout. Give me Logan Stankoven.
Yeah, I'll go Stankoven too.
Easy one. Stanky.
Who can I take here that's just different from everyone?
Always trying to be different.
I'm always different, and I feel like we know this by now.
Or your bias. That's gone.
Give me Mason Marchment.
I like that pick. Rate the offense. Offense might be a 10.
Yeah.
9.5 I'm going.
I'll go 9.
Might be a 10, though, when I look at it on paper.
Yeah.
Carter?
Yeah, I'm gonna go 9.5.
Okay. Defense? It's pretty weak. I'm going to go like a 7. It's good, but it's not that good.
I'll go 8.
I'm gonna go 7.5.
Goaltending, I think is a 8.5.
I think that's a 9.
Jack?
Ottinger and Casey DeSmith.
Yeah, I'll go 9.
All right. Over unders, I got to pull them up since I had a coughing fit instead of actually doing my job. Jason Robertson had a kind of a down year for his standards, but still had a really good year. He scored 80 points last year. Over under 95 points for Robertson.
Over.
I'll go just over.
Just over. You guys think he gets 100?
Just under. Right between the 95-100 range.
I think he's getting like 99, 98 points. Wow.
98 on the
What do you
dot.
think, Carter?
Connor Bedard.
I'm
What
gonna
was
take the over.
Wyatt Johnston had 65 points last year. Over under 75 points for Johnston.
Go under.
I like that. Jake Ottinger had a .905 last year. Over under a .910 for him.
Just under.
Okay. According to the Hockey News' yearbook, they are projected first in the Central. Their cup odds are 8-1. Their X factor is the defense is the key question in the Stanley Cup push. Dallas did not get better on paper after Tanev left, so there will need to be a surprise performance in season moves, including call-ups to keep the blue line in an area of strength, or at least not an area of significant weakness. So again, as we mentioned, the blue line is weaker. It's a really good first pairing of Heiskanen and Harley. After that, it doesn't get that strong. So we'll see what they can do. We'll see what Dallas does. But honestly, don't like that division or don't like that defensive core whatsoever. We'll see what happens there. But overall, the team's really solid. So hopefully things will continue to head in that direction. Moving on, I believe the next team up is the Minnesota Wild, if I'm going in alphabetical order. So Minnesota. They finished with a down year. They went 39, 34, and 9 for 87 points. They were 6th in the Central. We didn't talk about them a lot last year, but they had a pretty bad year. The first half of the year was terrible. The second half of the year was pretty good, which is why they came relatively close to the playoff line, but obviously never got into that hump. They let go of some guys in Adam Beckman, Alex Goligoski, Vinny Lettieri, Dakota Mermis, and Mason Shaw. The guys they brought in Jakob Trenin, Jacob Lauko, Travis Boyd, Brendan Gonce, and that's about it. Overall, what's your guys' floor? I'm going to say 6 again.
Yeah, I'll go 6.
Yeah, I got 6.
Ceiling, I think 4 is fair.
Yeah.
I have 4.
3 or 4.
All right. And leading score, Kaprizov.
Kaprizov.
Yeah.
MVP, Kaprizov.
Yeah.
Breakout. Give me Marco Rossi. Good rookie year. I think he's going to do even better.
Eric Sinek.
Ooh. Carter?
Yeah, I'll go Marco Rossi.
I guess you could kind of say Brock Faber, but Faber had a really good rookie year. I don't know how much more he can break out from that, but, I've been wrong before. Rate the team's offense out of 10. Forward core is not that bad. I'd probably say like a 7.5 or an 8 for the goal forward core.
I was gonna say 7.
Okay. Defense is, if it's healthy, it's solid. If it's not healthy, it's not that great. I'm going to go 7, and a lot of that's Faber.
I'll go 6.
Carter?
I'm gonna go 6-5.
And goaltending, it's not terrible, but it was not that great at the start of the year. I'm going to say a 6 as well, with Fleury and Gustafsson at this rate. It's also Fleury's last year, by the way.
Yeah, I'll go 6.
Yeah. All right. Over-unders, let's get into that here. As my thing struggles to load. So Minnesota Wild, Kirill Kaprizov had 96 points, over under 105 points for Kaprizov this coming year.
Ooh.
Oh, I'll go just over.
Yeah, I'm gonna say just over.
Marco Rossi had 40 points last year, 21 goals. Over under 35 goals for Marco Rossi.
Under.
I'm gonna take
Hit it just
the
under.
under.
I'm hitting just under. Matt Boldy had 69, nice, points last year. Over under 75 for Matt Boldy.
Ooh,
A lot of young
I'll
guys.
go right over.
All right. Also, with Gustafson and Fleury playing as the tandem, we got Jesper Wallstedt as your third string. Do you guys think Wallstedt will get some time this year?
Yeah,
Like legitimate time, not just like
yeah,
3 games.
probably.
Okay.
If they're smart.
Moving into the yearbook, they are ranked 6th in the Central. They are cup odds are 55-1. The biggest X factor is individual success stories are important, but the Wild need more than a few players to set the tone. Case in point, not even Kaprizov's top 10 goal output could salvage the season. The Wild are at best when everyone is contributing. So overall, Minnesota kind of speaks for itself. They just need to be better in a lot of different areas. But overall, the team looks entertaining. It looks fun to watch. Hopefully things will stay that way for the team and the young guys will improve. Next up, then, we have the Nashville Predators, if I can find them in my little thing here. The Predators actually had a really good year. They went off of a point streak that got them into the playoffs. They made a 47-30-5 record for 99 points. They ended up getting in and losing to the Vancouver Canucks in round 1. They let go of some guys in Ryan McDonough, Tyson Barrie, Kiefer Sherwood, Dennis Gurianov, Anthony Beauvillier, Kevin Lankinen, and Yaroslav Askarov. The guys they brought in, Steven Stamkos, Jonathan Marchessault, Brady Shea, and Scott Wedgwood. So overall, they brought in a lot of big-name guys. They look very exciting this coming year. What is your guys' floor? I'm going 4.
I'll go 4 as well.
Yeah, I got 4.
My ceiling? Give me 2.
I like 2.
I'm going 3.
3? All right. Your leading scorer? Give me Forsberg again.
I'll go Stamkos.
Carter?
I'm gonna go Forsberg.
MVP, I'm between Yossi and Saros.
I'm going to go Saros.
Really
Yeah.
Saros, though.
I'm gonna go Saros.
Okay. Breakout player. Breakout player is fun. There's some young guys. I forgot to mention Cody Glass also is.
Yeah, probably Glass is the right
No,
pick for this.
what I was saying is Glass left the team.
Oh, I didn't know Glass left the team.
Oh, he's on Pittsburgh now.
Okay, I did not know that. I'm not going to lie, I've been very bad this offseason with keeping up with signings.
It's okay, Jack. You got a lot of rat things to do. I'm going to go with Tommy Novak.
Yeah, I'm going to go nobody.
Nobody? Carter?
I don't really know anyone who could break out.
Luke Evangelos is another name.
Okay, I remember. He was on my fantasy team. He was solid.
Y'all can say no one. It's not.
I know.
I'm going nobody.
Still thinking, Carter?
I said no one.
Oh, okay. Rate the team's offense out of 10. I'm going to go a 8.5. I think it's pretty good.
Yeah, I'll go 9.
The bottom 6 is a little bit iffy, but I think you have enough cap space to make some moves.
Stamkos signing was huge.
Yeah, it's a big one. We'll get into that. I'll get into that in a second. Carter, what do you think?
Yeah. I got nothing.
Defense.
Ooh, I'll go 8.
Yeah, I think it's a pretty good D. I'm going to go 8 as well.
Yeah, 8.
Goaltending. That's a 9.5 for me. Wedgwood's a really good backup.
Mm-hmm. I'll go 9.5 too. I like that.
Yeah.
All right. Some over-unders here for y'all. Y'all got the new ads in Stamkos and Marchessault. So Stamkos over under 65 points this coming year.
I'll go over.
I'm going to go right on the dot. You get 65 right on the dot. Carter?
Yeah, I'm gonna take that right on the dot.
Marchessault over under 70 points.
I'll go under.
I'm gonna go a little under, just a little bit though.
Yeah, I'm gonna go like 65 cylinder.
All right, Forsberg had 94 points last year. Do you guys think Forsberg can reach 100?
Yes.
Yes, I do.
All right. Yeah, we'll move into the yearbook. They are third in the Central projected. Their cup odds are 25-1. Their biggest X factor is a year ago, Trotz challenged Forsberg to be Nashville's best player. The result was career highs in goals, assists, points. Now Forsberg is an even better and mesh his game with high-profile newcomers rather than rely on them to carry the offense. Yeah, I think that Forsberg's in for a big year. He's got to stay consistent. That's the biggest thing. He's got to keep up the pace that he had. But overall, Nashville, a lot of exciting guys, a lot of exciting players on this roster. Makes things a lot of fun for Nashville in the coming season. They're going to be a lot of fun to watch. Next up then, moving on to the St. Louis Blues. Only 3 teams left here in this preview. St. Louis finished at a 43-33-6 record for 92 points. They were 5th in the Central Division. They let go of a couple guys. Kevin Hayes, Sammy Blais, Cal Rosen, Jacob Vrana, Marco Scandella. The guys they brought in, Radek Faksa, Matthew Joseph, Alex Texier, and Pierre-Olivier Joseph. Also, one other thing, Torrey Krug has suffered a season-ending injury. We talked about that last episode. But again, something to bring up. What's your guys' floor for the Blues? I'm going 7.
I'm going to go 7 as well.
Yeah, I'm going 7.
Ceiling. Mine's also 7. I'm going to go 4.
I'll go 5.
I'm gonna go 6.
6. Leading scorer. Give me Robert Thomas.
I'll go Cairo.
Carter.
Yeah, I'll go Cairo.
Cairo.
Yeah.
Sorry, I can barely hear you. MVP. I'm going Robert Thomas again.
I'll go Cairo. Same guy.
Yeah. Same.
Cairo. Breakout player. Jake Neighbors.
I'll go Texier.
I like Texier. He's been through a lot. Hopefully he has a bounce back year.
Yeah.
Carter.
Yeah, sorry, I'm just losing my mind right now.
Is the Bills.
No. This is not football. I'm losing my mind. Whatever. What was your question again? Sorry, I'm trying to figure shit out here.
Breakout.
Oh, I got no one.
No one? Okay. Rate the offense out of 10. I'm going to go 7.
6'5".
I like 7.
Defense, I'm going to go 6'5". Yeah.
6'5".
Yeah.
That's good.
Okay.
I'm going 6.
Goaltending, I'm going to go like 7.5. I like Bennington. I thought he had a good year last year.
I'll go 6.
I like Hofer as well. Carter?
I'm gonna go 6'5".
Okay. Moving into the over-unders. Let me pull them up here real quick because I'm incredibly unprofessional, as you guys probably know, by a lot of these. Yeah, this has been a rough one. We are an hour and a half in. We got 3 more teams left. So we're moving along in pretty right order. Robert Thomas had 86 points last year, over under 100 points for Thomas. I'm going under, though. Just under, honestly. I think he has a breakout year. Well, not a breakout year, but another really good year. Just under.
Yeah, I'll go just under as well.
Carter?
Yeah, I'm gonna take just under.
Okay. You got Buchnevich at 63 points, over under 70 points for Pavel Buchnevich this coming year.
Just over.
Just over. All right. What's another one? Look at these. Bennington. Oh, I just went back to Nashville. Bennington had a .913, over under .910 for the guy again this year. Do you think he gets to that number again? I think he probably can.
Under this year.
Yeah, I'm gonna take the under.
Okay. Moving into the yearbook, the Blues are projected to finish 7th in the Central. Their cup odds are 61-1. The biggest X factor is that Binnington showed once again that he can carry a team on his shoulders, and his play will go a long way to determine whether St. Louis returns to the playoffs this time around. His 16.5 goals saved above expected placed him 5th amongst NHL stoppers, according to MoneyPuck.com. So again, as I talked about, Binnington, I think had a pretty good year last year, kept things calm, wasn't fighting Marc-Andre Fleury like he did in previous years. I think he definitely kept his game a lot calmer, and I think that as a result, his game got a lot better. So we'll see if he can do that again. But again, St. Louis, if they start off strong, they can get in. If they start off weak again, then I think it's going to be another really rough year for the Blues. But
for sure.
We shall see. Moving into the Utah Hockey Club. This is the first ever time we are previewing the Utah Hockey Club because obviously last time we did our season previews, we talked Arizona, not Utah. But Utah moving from the Coyotes. The Coyotes this past year, though, had a 36-41-5 record for 77 points. They were 7th in that division. Big reminder that with the Utah Hockey Club, with the Arizona Coyotes at the time, a lot of what they faced was the relocation rumors, and as a result, they lost 14 straight. So had they not lost 14 straight, this team would have been competing for a playoff spot. They were right in there with Nashville. In fact, they were above the playoff line until like January, and then they just fell off a cliff. Your floor for the Utah Hockey Club?
Probably last, honestly.
I'm going to go 7. I don't think they finished last.
I have 7.
Ceiling?
Oh.
I want to know I want to know what you guys think first.
I'll go 5.
Give me 4. Give me 4 for the Utah Hockey Club. You bring in Sergachev, you bring in Marino, you bring in Cole, you bring in Kevin Stenlund as your 4th line center. A lot of young guys. You can't tell me that this team doesn't potentially pop off next year. I think it's going to be exciting. You got Sergachev
definitely could.
in the back end. Come on. Leading scorer. Give me Clayton Keller.
Yeah, Clayton Keller.
Keller as well. MVP. Give me Clayton Keller.
Give me Clayton Keller.
No.
Breakout.
No. Sorry. Logan Cooley.
Oh, breakout. Logan Cooley's mine.
Yeah. Him for breakout for sure.
100%. Rate the team's offense out of 10. I'm gonna go an 8. I think
I'll
it's
go
strong.
7.
I'm going to go 7.
Defense. Defense is a lot better. I'm going to 7 though.
I'll go 6.
Goaltending.
Who's going to be starting for them this year?
Connor Ingram
Okay.
and Vizmelka's your backup.
I'll go 5.5.
Give me a 6.5.
I'm going 6.
Okay. Y'all are not high on Utah at all.
No.
I actually don't know how to look up this team on hang on a second. I don't know how to look up this team on
Go to Daily Face-Off and just get their line combinations.
I'm trying to look up their points. Oh, I can't even look at them. All right, I'll do it off the top of my head. Clayton Keller over under 85 points this coming year.
Just under.
Just under.
I'm going to go, just under as well. Logan Cooley over under 55 points.
Over.
Just under as well. I'm going to shoot straight over. Who's another good one? Carter will like this one. Barrett Hayton over under 50 points.
Over.
Okay. All right, moving into the yearbook so we can get in the Carter's team. The Hockey News projects them 5th in the Central. Their cup odds are 35-1. The biggest X factor is that all eyes will be on Utah in their team's first season and in the club's new location. The hockey club's first home game is set for October 8th against Chicago.
I can't wait.
It's set to be a broadcast on national TV. Will the team embrace the excitement and capitalize on the buzz and get off to a hot start? We'll see. If they get off to a hot start, it get exciting there in Utah. And I think playing Chicago is going to make for yet again another NordCast bet which we actually.
Oh no, Tua.
Yeah, I was just gonna ask you what just happened to Tua.
Oh no. He
Wait,
did the fingers thing again.
Concussion?
Yeah, he did the fingers thing.
What does that mean?
When
It's
he was
like when you have too many concussions, your hands like it's a weird it's a concussion syndrome. That's his third one in the NFL. He might be medically forced to retire if it's another concussion.
Oh, that's not good. That's not good at all. And here's Jack's dad spamming him.
Yeah, here he goes. He said this is not good.
Of course. But again, going back to Utah, I think they're going to be fun to watch this year in a brand new city. Me and Jack battling it out in the first game. Again, we forgot to do the bet that y'all had for the Blue Jays and the Cubs for Carter to do a thing. So we might have to do that next episode if I remember. I know Carter won't remind me, but Jack, remind me. But again, Utah will be fun to watch. We'll see what they can do. And finally, moving into the final team of the Western Conference that we have not talked about yet, the Winnipeg Jets. The Jets obviously had a really good year last year, finishing at a 52-24-6 record for 110 points. They were second in the Central Division. The guys they let go of, Sean Monahan, Brendan Dillon, Tyler Toffoli, Laurent Brossoit, and Nate Schmidt. Guys they brought in, Jarrett Anderson-Dolan, Hayden Fleury, Eric Comrie, and Capo Takinen. So not a lot of moves there in Winnipeg. But Carter, were you expecting a lot of moves from the Jets?
Yeah, actually I was, because we needed to re-sign guys. We needed to make moves for guys, but we didn't.
No Cole Perfetti contract yet, though. That's the other thing we've actually kind of been forgetting about that. We're going to talk about that next episode if a lot of the guys haven't signed yet. So one thing to keep in mind. What's the first thing? Floor for this team.
Ooh, probably like 4.
I think there's a world where they finish 5th. 5. Carter's got them at 5. Ceiling, I'm going to go 3. I don't know if they finish 2 again.
Yeah, my thing's I got 3.
3, Carter?
I'll go 2 or 3.
Yeah.
2 or 3.
Yeah, 2 or 3. Leading scorer.
Kyle Connor.
I'm going to go Mark Scheifele. Carter?
Kyle Connor.
You should be taking the lead here. This is your team. MVP. Hellebuck. Connor? I'm saying Hellebuck, man. Jack?
Yeah, I'll go Hellebuck. I like that.
Breakout player. Carter, this should be you. Come on.
No, you guys go first. I got mine.
Cole Perfetti.
Okay. Jack.
I'll go Perfetti.
I got Vladislav Nemesnikov.
Wow. You want to explain that pick a little bit?
No. There's no one else that's like breakout candidate worthy in my eyes. Other than Cole Perfetti, but like I don't know. I don't know what's gonna happen with him anymore. I don't know what's gonna happen with anyone.
He's gonna sign. They're close. He's gonna sign.
Yeah. But I don't know. I don't like I see him as like having another down year before he breaks out. But Nemesnikov, I feel like he's always like in the right spot at the right time, and just every single time he's just so close. And I don't know. I just really like his game. He's fast, and he'll be great on that second line.
I like that. Rate the team's offense out of 10. I'd say probably a 7 for the offense. Carter's shaking his head. Jack, what do you think?
6.
6?
Yeah. I think that's accurate. I mean, it's tough.
Defense? Carter, I'll let you go first here.
It's also so bad. I'm going to go 6.
Jack?
I'll go 5.
It's so bad, dude.
I'm gonna go right in the middle, 5.5 with y'all.
Yeah.
It's Morrissey and Crickets. Like Neil
I feel like we should have done a scale of 5. Nobody's really cracked below 5.
Yeah, honestly. Goaltending is like a 9. Just because of Hellebuck.
8 because
Yeah.
we don't have a back.
I'll go 9.5. I love Hellebuck.
All right. Okay. Over unders. I'm sure Carter will have a good time listening to this.
Oh no.
Yeah, Carter seems really depressed. Either he's tired or he's really depressed about his Winnipeg Jets.
Both.
Mark Scheifele had 72 points last year, over under 80 points for Scheifele.
Little.
Over. No, under.
Little over for me.
Under.
Cole Perfetti had 38 points last year, over under 50-point plateau for Perfetti getting actual ice time.
Under.
I'll go just under.
Just under. I'm gonna go just under as well. Connor Hellebuck over under .925.
Under.
Yeah, under.
.921 last year. So, all right. According to the yearbook, they are fourth in the Central. Their cup odds are 26-1. Before I say their X factor, Carter, what do you think is the biggest X factor?
Defense. Literally everyone on defense, our second line, our bottom three. This entire team is based on one big X factor, and it's just actually no. I don't even know. Dude, this team is bad.
You don't even know? Wow.
I don't like this roster.
Okay. I mean, you don't have to like it.
I'm gonna
You're
speak out about this all year.
According to the hockey news, have we seen the pinnacle for Scheifele? Now 13 seasons in and nearly 800 games in his career, while the Jets' fate is inextricably linked to Hellebuck's play, they likewise stand as succeed to fail based on their number one center's production. So again, Scheifele is the biggest X factor according to the hockey news. We'll see what they can do. Again, Winnipeg, I think, is in for a regression. Probably a playoff team, but they are in for regression. You can tell Carter's bias is run dry. And that is it for the Central. That is it for the Pacific. What is your guys' dark horse for the Central team? I'm going to go Utah.
I'll go Utah too.
Dark horse? I'm gonna take Minnesota.
I like that. Disappointing candidate. Disappointing candidate.
Winnipeg.
Yeah, I was gonna say Winnipeg.
All right. Overall in the conference, winner.
Dallas.
Yeah, I'm going Dallas.
Yeah,
Loser.
I like Dallas.
Loser is
Wait,
probably Sharks. Right?
Oh, across the conference? Oh yeah, Sharks.
Yeah, across the conference, it's definitely Sharks. Yeah, that's all we got. That's our Western Conference preview. We will be talking more about awards, PTOs, other predictions in the coming 2 episodes. Again, we still have, I think, 2 or 3 more episodes before the start of the 24-25 season. But yeah, that concludes this episode of the NordCast. We did this in actually lesser time than our last one, only an hour and 50 minutes. So that's great. Carter, any final thoughts?
I got nothing.
Jack, any final thoughts?
I got nothing either.
Wow.
Bear down.
My final thoughts, prayers up for Tua.
Yes, that sucked to see.
Yeah.
All right. Well, this concludes episode number 71 of the NordCast. Thank you all for watching. If you're watching on the YouTube end of things, please subscribe down below and go follow on Apple Podcasts and Spotify. If you are following on Apple Podcasts or Spotify, go ahead and subscribe to the YouTube channel and do all that good stuff. Give us a good review in the description below because we need some good reviews. Come on. If you want to follow the NordCast Instagram, follow at NordCast_. If you want to follow the NordCast Twitter, follow at NordCast. If you want to follow the NordCast TikTok, follow at NordCast. I'm Nord, that's Carter, that's Jack. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you guys in the next episode. Adios.
Peace.